Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, it's another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. Your boy Big Zeke in the building. I'm here with my brother Kesey.
What's good people? Good to be in the building today.
I'm also here with my brother. I'm also here with Dre.
Is that what we on?
No, man.
That's what
I said my brother. I said my brother.
Dre. You ain't got to say nothing to me. We got a whole season of shenanigans, and I'm fine and ready to go. What's good to my brother Kesey? How you doing, man?
What's good, bro?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
Good, man.
Good, man. Good. How was your week?
Busy week, man. Different week
man.
for me.
I know, man. When
This
we
has
talked to you on Friday, I felt your pain.
It's been a crazy week. Crazy week. Crazy weekend for the kid, man. But we here. I'm blessed.
Yeah,
It's good.
Zeke, how you doing, brother? The way it's supposed to be, brother. Dude, let me tell you something about Zeke. Whenever he's a little angry with me, he always calls on Kesey first. So if you ever notice on the podcast when he jumps to Kesey, shout out to my brother Kesey, you can tell that we're beefing a little bit.
No, I whoever tap dancing on my nerves, that's who get introduced to last.
Yeah.
It says you'll happen to be Dre more than often. That tells you something.
Good thing I don't lose no sleep at night.
I don't either.
You sure?
I'm positive.
I don't think you are. Go ahead.
So shout out to the front porch series here at Sherman Phoenix. Complimentary drinks are right now.
All right.
Excuse me.
He's going to the car.
Oh,
He got
okay.
in the car. Yeah, you know.
So shout out to them.
Sherman Phoenix be going down, y'all. A lot
Sherman
of
Phoenix,
great local talent in Milwaukee. A lot of vendors, a lot of food vendors and beverage vendors. If you ever get a chance, come check them out. I think this is the last one of the season.
Yeah, this is the last one of the season.
Last one of the season.
So
man,
shout out to them for complimentary drinks.
that's one thing about Milwaukee, man. There's a lot of great things to do in the summer. Yeah, I'm talking. I mean,
over me.
You stopped.
I didn't stop.
You had a pause.
Can I
Hey,
get
man.
my breath?
Man, shut up, man. Don't start. Don't start.
You know
Don't
what?
start.
No.
I know you're looking for video content. I know. That's your
Oh
thing
yeah,
now,
I'm glad
so.
you noticed.
That's
okay.
cool. That's cool. That's
Okay.
cool. Listen, my video edit play work just as good as yours. It just means I just don't have as much time as you to do.
That's fine. That's fine.
Hey,
Okay.
Hey.
Watch what you say.
the listeners know the truth.
No,
They know
Yeah,
you.
they do.
They know
And-
you stumble over your words often.
And you know what? I have no problem putting that out there. I never.
They
I'm
know
not a
how emotional you are.
and they know you wrong more than often.
They know how sensitive you are.
They know you wrong more than often.
How so?
Huh?
How so?
Huh?
How so?
Curry the PG.
Oh. Okay, he's still the best. He's still the best.
Yeah, shooting.
Just because older people that listen to us have a different opinion doesn't make me wrong. It doesn't make me wrong. Just because they don't think Steph Curry is the GOAT of PG and can play pro ball doesn't make me wrong. It just makes their opinion different than mine.
It makes you wrong.
No, it doesn't.
See?
No, it doesn't.
Instead of Dre be
No,
like,
it
yeah, I
doesn't.
will. Instead of Dre be like, yeah, I
No, it
might
doesn't.
have jumped the
So
gun. on that
it makes
Instead
me
of
wrong.
Dre
because
saying I
said
jumped the gun
Steph,
on that one. Instead of him saying I jumped the
it-
gun on that one, he like
It makes me wrong because I said Steph can play in PGA. That makes me wrong.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Steph can play PGA, and I stand by that.
Well, according to you, fans like you, Steph Curry can do anything.
Hey,
So,
man.
you know.
Hey, man. Hey. Steph Curry is the GOAT. GOAT point guard. Said it, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm sure you are. Anyways, this is another one of those episodes where we are off-season episodes. So every once a month we'll come in, catch up on the latest news and things are going on around the NBA. While we're waiting on our other co-star, how the Packers looking?
You know,
Let me ask you this question.
so now you cut me off.
Pretty much, because I know you was gonna go into a whole thing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, you finna go to, love is looking good.
You don't know
Prediction: 17 games. What's the record?
Me. You don't know me. You can't.
Record: 17 games. What's the prediction?
Listen, man, you need to be a teacher because you like to tell people what to do.
What is the prediction? Don't tap around the subject.
I'm not going to tap around the subject.
What's
I'm
the
going to give my
prediction?
commentary on my Green Bay Packers like you do your whack Cowboys. The Green Bay Packers, I think we're an 8-8 team, 8-7. 8-7.
8-7.
I think we're 8-7. There's 17 games this season,
17
right?
games this
I think
season.
we're 8-9. 8-9. Then if there's 17 games,
Playoffs.
I don't know about that. I don't know about your
Division.
Oh no, we can't win the North. I mean, not as long as Minnesota is, still kind of adding pieces to their puzzle. I
The
think
Lions ain't no joke either.
the Lions are okay. They're getting better, but we will always own the Bears. I'm convinced of that. I like what I'm seeing with Jay Love, though. I mean, of course, he's no Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers wasn't Aaron Rodgers after Brett Favre either. So Packer fans got to be patient. Please do not enter the season talking about we should have kept an almost 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers, who just so happens to take a pay cut to help the Jets.
Hey,
but wouldn't do that here.
Hey,
but wouldn't do that here.
He sees the vision.
Yeah. What about the Cowboys? What you got your Cowboys?
11-6.
First round exit as usual.
11-6.
11-6.
First round exit as usual.
If we don't win the division, we'll split it between but 11-6. I think the Eagles will probably win the division because they have maybe an overall better record. But as you know, as usual, Super Bowl
9-8.
Stop it.
One game over 500. I give them
first round exit if they go.
The Cowboys.
No, 9-8.
No, the Cowboys.
9-8.
Not the Packers. The Cowboys.
Because I mean,
we're 11-7.
Players get sick of that same rodeo every year.
And he doesn't have his top back anymore. Who they cut?
What you talking about?
His boy Ezekiel Elliott.
That wasn't our top back.
Well, he's one of y'all best.
That's what I'm saying.
He's one of y'all best. Was he one of y'all best?
Stay over there in the Packer lane.
Was he one of y'all best?
Over there in the Packer lane.
Was he one of y'all best? Because you was riding his coattails just a season ago.
Whoa. I was riding his coattail last year.
Oh man, come on.
Okay.
You love Zeke.
I love my team. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So all I know is this: 11-6.
If you love a culture of losing, ride with Zeke. If you like winning, ride with Dre.
I want the same energy in February.
For what? The Cowboys and the Packers?
I want the same energy.
Okay, all right. Because me and Kesey can take the ribbon, right? You'll message us 100 times and we'll laugh. We'll message you. You'll go quiet for 3 days. Won't say not one word.
No, well, I'll be like, hey,
yeah. You want to hear from the rest of the month.
The rest of the month. Come on, man. Be honest.
Be honest about what?
You're sensitive when it comes.
As long as we beat y'all every year,
I'm not sensitive about the
it's a great day in Green Bay.
Exactly.
When's the last time
that's all y'all worried about.
When the last time y'all beat us?
Because every year we beat y'all don't win a Super Bowl.
Never. So we all in there together.
All I know is this: we made the playoffs last year while y'all was watching.
One and done.
While y'all was watching.
One and done.
While y'all was watching.
Did y'all win?
And done.
We made second round.
What y'all get?
We made second round.
One and done. Y'all won one and y'all was done. Is that true or not?
Did y'all make it?
We know.
How you gonna
We know that.
You outside the club. You can't get in. You gonna talk outside the club, you can't even get in.
Because we were watching. We were watching. So we're allowed to comment. See, just like you be commenting on the Packers, we can comment on them white Cowboys. But this is a basketball.
This is a basketball podcast.
Take us to the basketball, please.
Anyways, let's
Thank
move around.
For humoring us, fans.
Let's move around to the shoot around. Where we talk about stuff that's been going on for since we last recorded, which is like a month ago, maybe 6 weeks. We'll see what happens. Anyways, Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics have come to an agreement of a $304 million supermax extension, what makes him the largest contract in NBA history. First of all, over, under, or just right?
Who would you like to start?
Let's start here because I know where you're going.
I'll make it quick. The tone that the NBA has set with that contract is very dangerous. It is very dangerous. How do you now keep Jay? I'm gonna answer the question.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you get your Stephen B on. Go ahead.
How do you now keep Jason Tatum?
Mm-hmm.
How do you add anyone else to that roster to ever be a winning team? And as much as I like Jaylen Brown, his plans with his wealth, how do you make him the highest paid player ever and they haven't won a championship? That's all I have to say. And I'm going to just answer your question quick. Way over. If overpaid was a person, it'd be Jaylen Brown. Sorry. That is run the numbers again, just so America can hear, in case they missed it.
$304 million.
How much per year is that?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's break this down. Let's break it down. So it breaks down like this: 2024, 2025, 52 million. 25, 26 is 56 million. 26, 27, 60 million. 27, 28, 64 million. 28, 29, a whopping $69 million.
Is he really worth it?
That's this
That's
question.
my question. Over, under, or just right?
Over.
Both of y'all?
He's
Bruh,
overpaid.
That is stupid.
I mean, he's good and all. He's decent,
Mm-hmm.
but that type of money,
This is my question for you.
it should only be one person on the roster getting that type of money.
Jason Tatum. This is my thing.
Who's eligible for more now?
He's eligible for more.
Almost 400 million now.
Almost. But
This is getting ridiculous.
how's it getting ridiculous? Look, NBA players have been getting overpaid for the last 20 years. They've been getting overpaid for the last 20 years, if we're being honest here. But my question is this: could they afford to lose him?
Yes.
No. No, you couldn't.
Because you could have spent that money and got some more players.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah, you could
The
have.
days of
Yeah, you could have.
you know what? At one point in time, I would agree with you. But I go back to, I don't know what year that was. Remember Atlanta Hawks had the best record in the league. Coach Bud, starting five was the All-Star team. Remember that year?
Yep.
And what happened?
They did nothing.
They came against who? A monster.
Mhm.
And so the days of, well, I can build around and we can just have a good old team. You have a good roster for the season. But at the end of the day, you're gonna come against these monsters and you're gonna need another monster.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Jaylen Brown was their best course of action.
Well, here's my rebuttal against everything you just said. What if he gets hurt? Okay,
That's a risk you gotta take.
no. It's a risk, but now you're risking. First of all, the luxury tax is going to eat them for years.
Well,
For years.
we'll see what happens.
Because you got to pay Jason Tatum.
You do.
So if you're going to pay Jason, what is he eligible for? Like a 5-year, $370-something million extension, whatever it is. You're going to have nearly $1 billion for 2 players. For 2 players. What is Brad Stevenson smoking on up there in that front office?
Is that not what the NBA is leading towards now?
I mean, it might be what they're leaning toward, but as long as I'm gonna use your analogy against you. You talk about the Packers playing for the North. As long as Boston is paying for the playoffs, then I guess it's okay. Because they still won't win a championship. They still won't win a championship with their current roster as is.
Oh, Boston?
Boston. Porzingis already hurt.
You already heard, by the way.
Already hurt. And I said that when they traded for him. Already hurt. They gave him I wouldn't call a monster extension, but they gave him a pretty sizable extension, and he's already hurt. So now you're depending on an overpaid Jaylen Brown, a Jason Tatum who now wants his bag, right? And a bunch of other one-off players. This is not the Los Angeles Lakers of the year LeBron won in the bubble. This is not the Miami Heat when they went 2-2. This isn't even the Milwaukee Bucks of 2021. This is the Boston Celtics who lost their best defender in Marcus Smart. This is the Boston Celtics who signed a Porzingis who is injury prone. And this is a Boston Celtics, in my opinion, who still can't figure out who's Batman and Robin between Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. But the bag that Brown just got makes him Batman.
So here, check this out. According to ESPN, Tatum's upcoming extension could wind up being in the ballpark of $338 million over the course of 5 years. It was to jump 10% over the next 2 seasons.
So 340 plus how much is Brown getting?
304.
So you're talking $642 million for 2 players.
Yeah.
The Milwaukee Bucks franchise only sold for $500 million.
Yeah, but it won't again.
Oh, it's worth over $1 billion.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is 2 players,
Mhm.
a whole franchise.
Mhm.
No, absolutely not.
Check it out.
Absolutely not.
Now I see what you're not, and usually I would disagree with you. Hey, I probably do a little bit here, as you. But my thing about that is, like, let's say they don't sign him and he goes elsewhere. I think you don't add to your chances of winning. You take away from your chances of winning.
Mhm.
And I feel like even if they were to, because you take off Jaylen Brown off that roster and it's just Jason Tatum, and I think we seen last year in the playoffs he couldn't do it by himself. Jaylen Brown was struggling too, but it's one of those things where like you need. I hate to say it, but I think the NBA is coming to that era of you need a big three.
Agreed. Again,
you need a big two. Now Porzingis, obviously, he gonna be injured. He gonna do what he do. But Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, you got to pay them dudes.
How?
Because when we talk about them individually, Jason Tatum is not, if not number one, he's top 3 superstar. What, under 25?
How many televised games does Boston have this year?
They got about 40. No, I'm sorry, 30. I think they got 30.
Jaylen Brown better not ever take a day of rest with that contract. He better not pull a Kawhi Leonard. He better limp his butt in the game.
But you know what happens usually when they get paid?
Yeah,
they start sucking it up. And like I said, Jaylen Brown, and you know,
except for Giannis.
The thing about Jaylen Brown is when he got that money, you know, he was like, hey, what you gonna do with your wealth? He's like, I'm gonna put it back into Boston and blah blah blah. I mean, he
wants to bring back Black Wall Street.
He did. I laughed really hard when he said that because do you know where you at? But
the most racist places allegedly
exactly
in sports America.
So I just, my thing is, to me, you got to pay guys like that. You got to. You don't have a choice.
Well, I mean, we're the ones that feel the pinch. I mean, obviously the NBA TV deals help pay a lot of this, but it's the season ticket holders that pay the bulk of this. When the Milwaukee Bucks won the championship and they started giving out those crazy contracts, you know, hating is such an ugly trait, man. Don't do that. Just don't do that, man. Don't do that. Just
what are you talking about?
I'll read your lips.
Yeah.
Anyway, when the Bucks started doing that, we start feeling that, right? Kesey, you remember when we paid for them finals tickets, how god awful those ticket prices were?
Ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? So the people that's gonna feel it are the people in Boston. They're gonna have to pay all that money. They're gonna have to pay all those fees because somebody's gonna have to pay those prices. And how do you make a profit when your payroll is over $1 billion? How do you make a profit? How do you make a profit?
What do you mean how you make a profit?
I'm asking how do you make a profit?
Jersey sales.
Jersey sales.
It's rhetorical. It's rhetorical.
But I'm just
prices are going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
They are. Boston is a basketball market, so
it is.
It's a big basketball market. So they're gonna get their money back. It's just a point, like, dude, $67 million to Jaylen Brown
for someone who's never won a title, someone who's never won an MVP. Has he ever made any all first teams?
Yeah.
How many?
When?
I think it was last year.
Are you sure?
Yes, he did.
You started this podcast off talking about people being wrong. Are you sure about that?
Oh, see, I have no problem in that I'm wrong.
I'm just asking. I mean,
I don't even think he's been an all-star yet, has he?
Well, come on, let's not play.
No. Let's look at Jaylen Brown's stats to warrant that kind of money. It's okay to look it up, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not trying to like put you on the spot, but we need to know these things. We need to know these things. Like, bruh, you have.
No, because I'm laughing. Because y'all like, hey, I got to know these things.
I'm just saying, like, bruh, has he made an all?
He's a two-time All-Star.
Two-time All-Star.
And he reached the 2022 NBA Finals, and that's it.
No all-first team.
No, none of that.
I thought he got a first team to get the Supermax. Or was it second? You had to make an all-NBA team to get this kind of money.
Well, nevertheless, Jaylen Brown, let's see here. According
okay.
Go ahead.
That was his first all-star team.
I was gonna say, I don't think he's ever made NBA all-first team. You do not have to make that. You have to make all-first team to get the bonuses. Because Drew Holiday got a max.
Damn. Okay.
And never got never had at that point never made an all.
Here, check this out. Going towards your point, the Brown long-term future is much less certain. The Celtics are unlikely to able to afford both Brown and Tatum over the next 5 years.
So the question is, who's going to want to take Jaylen Brown with that kind of money? Portland?
It depends on what happened with us. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. If Middleton, Drew finna retire, we already hey, huh? What?
So you're saying they signed him to just trade him?
Why not? At the time we need you.
I think
In the
that
future-
hurts your trade.
In the time we need you.
You don't think that hurts it? Look at Dame Lillard. Nobody wants to touch Dame but one team.
It's the difference. It's the difference. Who you
Yeah.
ask? It's who you asking. It's who you asking. Now, check this out, Dre. Miami's like, I want to go to Miami. I was with Dame. Dame, hey,
Bogus.
move. Get out of here.
Bogus.
Get out of here. We ain't even put that on the docket. But hey, get out of here, Dame. Get out of here. But you like, I want to go to Miami and that's it. What?
That's
Hold on.
foul. He filed for that. That's fine.
You want to go to Miami and that's it. Now, the thing about it is, if Dame would have said, I'm open to anybody who is a contending team, Boston might have been like, all right, let's try to make some moves to try to send Jalen to Portland and so on and so forth. But him coming in saying, hey, I'm going to this team and this team only. Yeah, of course it's going to hurt your trade talk.
His agent has since refuted that report.
No,
But we all know it's true. Because
exactly.
he bought a house in Miami.
Thank you.
And here's the thing.
Who bought a house in Miami?
Dame.
Dame.
That's common, man. That's what they do.
But here's the thing. Here's the
Yeah.
thing.
Not for Dame.
Here's the thing.
It is.
If
Coming
Dame
from Portland? Think about it. Portland.
He had 10 years to do it.
if
Why
Da-
now?
If Dame goes to Miami, the NBA should hit them with all kind of tampering fines.
Nah, I don't think so.
Buying a house, saying I only want to go to Miami. You can't do that.
I don't think if he was first of all, if he goes to Miami, he's not guaranteed a winning championship. He's not guaranteed.
Miami can't get it
The
done.
fact that he said Miami just lets me know it's not about winning. And I hate when people do that.
He got second team this year. All NBA second
Who,
team.
Jaylen Brown?
That's why he was eligible for that
I
extension.
knew it was something. I
wasn't
knew it had to
first.
be.
It
It
wasn't
wasn't
first.
first, but I knew he had to get all NBA something to get a Supermax.
And
He
I
gonna hand
get
those out.
that. But okay, All-Star twice in one NBA team. and you
He's
get
young.
304 million.
He's young.
304 million.
Look, I hate to be this guy. Y'all probably gonna crucify me for saying this. Luka is the face of the league almost.
No, he's not.
Almost.
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near.
Almost.
You
It
got
depends on who
Joker.
you're talking to.
He's
Nowhere
Joker.
near.
It depends on who you're talking to. The point I'm making is
How is he the face? Tell me
'cause
what makes him the face.
He's probably the number one guy under 25. But my point is this: if he were to get this kind of money, which he can,
Who,
get,
Luka?
yes.
Oh, he absolutely will.
So my thing is,
But he still may not sign.
he hasn't had a type of resume that you're talking about deserves a max contract.
I'll give you that.
So, and a lot of these guys have it. You talking about what's his name? Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum. He had the same resume. He's got the same kind of resume as
He's a
Jaylen
better
Brown.
player, though. He's a better player.
He's a better player.
A way better player.
Not way, by a little.
So you
By a
take,
little.
Tatum got all NBA first team last year.
I know. I said by a little.
Are you taking Tatum or Brown? If you had to toss the ball up,
If I had to toss the ball, I'm obviously taking Tatum. But I'm
Why?
looking at Brown like,
Why?
why am I taking Brown over? Why am I taking Tatum over Brown?
Yeah.
I'm taking Tatum over Brown just because lengthwise he can play multiple positions. He is
Jaylen Brown can too.
Jaylen Brown can too. To me though, Jason Tatum is more consistent,
More consistent at what?
getting points on the board.
No, they both are. They both averaging about the same amount of numbers.
I said I would take Tatum over Brown, but it wouldn't be by much.
Mm.
You talk
Why,
to that
'cause-
guy over there. He
Why you
said,
like him? Because he light skinned?
Really?
Like light skinned players
I
better?
don't like.
Because I mean, if you think about it, they both are typically the same player.
I don't know about that.
I don't know
Keith.
about they're typically the same player. Like I said before, I think Jason
With the
Tatum's
type
a
of
little
money
more consistent.
Jaylen Brown just got, that's what they saying.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
They're saying he's the greatest ever. He's the highest paid player ever.
That doesn't mean he's the greatest.
I know he's not, but that's what that money's saying.
Mm.
That's what that money's
Does
saying.
this change the atmosphere when you come back to camp?
Oh, you has to. Oh, you're the most hated man walking now.
Not for him. Not for him.
For the team, though.
How? Who gonna hate him?
Well, because
Because
now
who on the team that's more compatible than him
what I'm
besides Tatum? And Tatum already know he eligible for a higher payday than
And
him.
then on top of that, they traded Marcus Smart. They ain't gonna what to pay him.
well, what I'm saying is now that you're making all that money, there's less room for error. Folks gonna be looking at him like, well,
I'll give you that.
he the man that's paid. It's on him. He the man that got all the money. It's on him.
That's true.
Right? He the one with the big endorsements. It's on him. Like, don't look at us. Look at the two people that you paying.
That's true.
But everybody
Um,
getting their check
I see.
to your
yeah.
talent.
Hey, everybody know when you pull up in the driveway to camp, when you pull in the parking lot, we know who's getting paid and who's not. Let's not get crazy here. Is that a phantom? Yeah, it's 2026. It's 2023. I know. Don't worry about it. This ain't came out yet. And then you pull up in your family van. What's that? This is a 2002 Suburban. I got kids.
Well, what I will say is I'm happy to see the brother get paid, though.
I am happy to get
I'm
paid.
happy to see the brother get paid.
And he does have high hopes, but
Yeah, a lot of expectations, man.
we know better. Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers have agreed to a 3-year, $186 million extension, making that the largest annual extension in NBA history. 62 annually. 62 million, I'm sorry.
Woo! Isn't that like
I'm
double what LeBron playing makes?
No. LeBron got it 1 year.
Okay.
Well, he signed to 2, but this is next year's the last year.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I'm not going to go here. I'm going to go here first.
Yeah.
To our local Lakers correspondent.
Listen, I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron James fan. And let's keep that real.
All right, here we go with this again. You sound like this guy over here to my right.
Well,
I'm not a Golden State Warriors.
We know
fan.
I'm a Bucks
You know
fan.
that.
I'm not a Gores.
Do you see me rocking Lakers gear?
Here we go.
You
You
know
see
I
me
ain't
rocking
rock
some
Lakers.
Browns?
You know what? I'm sorry. You're right.
You'll see me rocking some
Here we
bronze.
go to our local.
We're actually surprised you're wearing a Bucks hat today.
Because you're sure not a loyal fan.
You
I am a
really
loyal
not.
fan. I'm a
No,
loyal
you're
fan all the
not.
time. I'm not a loyal fan. Oh, because I gotta wear gear every day.
Go to a couple games, wear the gear, cheer on your team. You be Bucks bashing a little bit.
See Bucks fans. I'm with y'all on the ground for. I'm in Deer District. Okay, I'm not in the high seats with these guys. I'm on the floor. Huh?
Oh, okay. I was gonna have you define what that bit, but you fixed
High
it.
price seats.
LeBron.
The high price seats. You want me to define it?
Nope. LeBron has 2-year, $99 million. So almost $50 million. That's not bad.
That's 50 million, but 62 for somebody who can't stay on the floor. Kesey, would you like me to break it down how it's gonna go for Anthony Davis?
Yeah.
Let's break down his situation too. Glad to break down for him too. So 23, 24, 40. 24, 25, 43. This is where the big money kick in. 25, 26, 57 million. 26, 27, 62 million. 27, 28, 66 million. Now, obviously, LeBron's going to be gone the next 2 years.
Not necessarily. Why?
Well, real quick, shouts out to prayers up for Bronny because he had the cardiac arrest on the court during practice. I don't think he's going to play this season.
Sharice O'Neal doesn't think it's gonna bother him.
I don't think he's going to play this year. I think he's going to wait a year to play, and he should, to be really honest with you. So that's messing up LeBron's timeline because it was supposed to be he was supposed to go the year, then play, and then come out. He was going to play with his son, and then he retired, walk into the sunset. If he don't play here, that pushes his timeline back.
But Bron came out after and said he would be fine if it didn't happen.
I know he wants that to happen. He's focused on it happening, and most of the times when LeBron's focused on it happening, it happens. I'm gonna sit here and just hate on the man. But what you think about this contract, though, Keith? I just broke it down.
Whoo.
Now y'all talking about a person who don't deserve. Over, under, or just right?
For the Lakers, just right. Because he's in LA and there's big money out there. It's a higher market. Everything costs more out there.
What does it have to do with the salary cap of the Los Angeles Lakers?
Because it costs more money out there. The cost of living is more. The cost of food is more. The cost of being around fame is more.
Aren't the expectations higher though?
Yeah, they are.
So if I'm paying him 60-something million and I ain't got enough money for everybody else,
he had some off games this year where
because D'Angelo Russell already said he playing for crumbs and he like this ain't gonna go for too long.
You going off of his potential. When he's healthy, he's a dog.
That's true. I'll give you that.
You gotta admit it.
That's true.
We all can talk about his injuries, but when the boy play, he's a problem. A real problem at that.
But if you're playing 40 games.
But he played his butt off in the playoffs.
He did. Well, he was here and there. He did
a little bit more than here
That's
and
why
there.
they got swept.
No, they got swept.
Well, Denver Nuggets had more than they.
Denver was just more fired up.
Yeah, and it had too much. But that's my point, though. I feel like Boston can get away, and because they're in the East, they can get away with 2 superstars in a horrible roster. In the West, you got to be stacked.
If they had one more player, the Lakers had a chance of beating them because all their games were close.
Yeah, okay.
And that's
one more player that the Lakers can't afford.
Yeah, they can't.
That's what I'm saying.
and that's the problem.
So, are you sure he is just right?
We'll see.
I'm saying over.
I'll say I'm in between just right and over.
I'm gonna say
He's not under for sure.
He's not under.
For sure. That's an
If
automatic.
you're not 60, close to it. I'm just saying over. I'm saying over, but not by much.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say under over. I'm gonna say just right and over. Here's why it's just
All
right.
right, y'all not gonna be tap dancing.
No, it's not a tap dance because if the Lakers wouldn't have paid him, he could have went somewhere else and got that money. He could have easily went somewhere else and got that money.
I get it.
and then you got to think about it. Like you said, he could have went somewhere else and got that money. If you're the Lakers, who else do you get? Who's on the market right now that you can get? That's his size.
I said the same thing about Jaylen Brown.
It's-
And y'all wouldn't have it.
Anthony Davis is a defensive anchor.
Defensive anger when he played. You know, it's like when the Clippers was playing Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, when he plays, monster. Gotta love him. Championship. But when he don't play more than 30%,
But Anthony Davis is not sitting out because he wants to sit out.
neither-
Anthony Davis,
he walked the trip.
but he get hurt. He's actually hurt. Kawhi Leonard just be like, I'm not playing this week.
Well, because he's protecting his body.
yeah.
How you gonna protect your body if you ain't even out there?
So back to Anthony Davis. Back to Anthony Davis. And the reason why I say it's slightly over because now the Lakers are saying they're investing in him for the next 5 years. And Anthony Davis, does he have 5 more years of gameplay in him?
Yeah, most
Hopefully.
definitely do. He's young enough to have 5 years in him.
Yep.
It's just a point of can he stay healthy? every
Yeah.
year?
I mean, you have to pay Anthony because he would have walked in that you would have lost him for nothing.
I don't feel like
So-
you have to pay him right now. That was my thing. I feel like they kind of jumped the gun.
No. I think they paid him right now so that he's not eligible for the Jason Tatum money, the
Oh.
Giannis money.
He's not getting that.
That's what I'm saying.
You would,
That's why you pay him now.
But everybody would give him that money right
What,
now.
a Supermax?
Yeah, they will.
Stop.
No.
Yeah,
No.
most
They'll give
definitely.
him an extension.
No, everybody will give him the
Stop.
Supermax.
Stop.
Name
You
five.
think some
Name 5 bigs better than him besides Joker.
Embiid.
Embiid,
He stay hurt too.
not as much as AD.
I hate to do this. Draymond Green.
No.
He's available. He's
No.
available. I'm sorry.
I-
He's
right
available.
now, maybe Cat.
No,
Maybe
No.
Cat
No.
over
No.
AD.
No.
No.
That's why I said Draymond Green because he's
No.
available.
No,
We're talking
no.
about. We're talking. If you
Who's
say
better?
if you say he's a
We're not saying
defensive
who's more.
anger,
We're not saying who's more available.
I-
We said who's better.
You're asking me the question of who is better and who I would give that money to.
You will give Draymond Green, Anthony Davis money. Pass that shit.
You would.
Yep.
Pass that sh-
Because I can't. 'Cause my thing is this. My thing is this.
Good, though. Tell you.
See, it's my thing. I am, even though Draymond Green is Draymond Green, he is available. Available.
I'll give you that. I'll go back to what Keith
Even we.
said.
I'll go first.
Other than-
Sabonis.
Other than Joker,
No.
I wouldn't say he's better than AD. It's not many.
Other than Joker, there's nobody outside of
give him
Joker
that.
that's better than him.
You got to give him that.
Are you okay? Let me. This
You
is my
got-
question. Are you going off his? Because you
Think
going-
about-
Are you going off his potential?
Okay, but think about
Are you
this.
going off his
Consistency.
potential?
Consistency.
Are you
Think,
going?
think
I'm
about
going
this.
off consistency.
And
Well,
think,
then, Draymond Green.
well, think about this. Look,
Draymond Green's
look
not
how much money
consistency,
Jeremy
too.
Grant just got. Look how much Jeremy Grant just got. Is he better than Davis?
Not at all. Not on his best.
He's
And he just got paid.
Hey, he's not in the right market.
And plus that's
He's not in the right
plus
market.
that's his
No,
first
I'm-
contract.
no, I'm-
Anthony Davis is used to big contracts.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really honest with you. Grant is not his. He in a bad market. Put him in a more seeable market. You'd be like, oh, who is this?
Are you taking Ayton or Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis.
I'm thinking Anthony Davis just because he's.
I'm just being real with you.
That's
You
a
put
good question.
Sabonis. You put Sabonis in front of you, Anthony Davis. Who you taking?
I'm probably gonna take Sabonis. High
I'm
key.
taking Sabonis.
I'm taking Sabonis.
Low key.
I ain't saying he better, but I'm taking
Sabonis don't play no D, but Sabonis is offensively skilled, just as
Yeah.
skilled as Davis.
Yeah, more.
That
I guess my thing about here's the thing.
Sabonis can shoot the 3 with consistency.
no,
Yes, he can.
no,
Yes, he
No.
can.
no.
Better than
Go look
Davis.
it up. Go look up his numbers.
Better than Davis?
No, Anthony Davis is leading the league outside of Joker. There's nobody that has a higher shooting percentage than Davis
You're
and
right.
Joker.
I guess for me, with Davis is
Y'all so worried about his injuries. Y'all not
I'm
giving him
saying
a
it's
hard
hard to
shot.
look past his
That's
injuries.
what I'm saying. That's
It's
my
hard
thing.
to
We're
look
going
past
off.
his
But once he got healthy this season, it was a wrap.
It was
He was killing.
Yeah.
After we badmouthed him that whole episode, all
Yeah.
of us, he had like what an 8 or 9 stretch
Yeah.
of multiple high score. Anthony Davis is without a doubt, other than Joker, you have Joker, Davis, and Embiid, Sabonis, your top 4 centers, right? Those are your top 4, arguably.
And then he's a power forward.
But he's 7 foot. You know, he's a 7-footer. So the Lakers didn't have a choice because they would have lost him for nothing. And you know, my magic saying is no one wants to get LeBron, right? You better pay somebody while they want to be with you before they walk away and just leave you hanging like LeBron did Cleveland that year. He wasn't wrong, but no, you want something to build for. That's why Giannis, when you think the Bucks not ready to cash out, enjoy the cheap stuff while it lasts, Milwaukee, because Giannis is next up.
But he's got paid just right. Because you think around the league, I can't even think of a big better than him. Because if you go to Miami, Bam is not better than him.
Nope.
Bam is just short, but can't see him.
Brooke Lopez is not better than him.
But Brooke is seasoned.
I'm just saying. I'm going across the league with the best bigs on each team.
I see what you're saying. No,
I can't find a big that I come across. Kevin Looney,
Joker,
I said outside of Joker.
Embiid.
I don't know about Embiid.
If I'm gonna have to,
Because Embiid been hurt too, and when the playoffs come, Embiid get lost too.
He's on his last leg in Philly.
He get lost too.
I
Because if he is good as he say he is, and the way he walk around flaunting, gloating,
everybody can gloat during the season. My thing is about that is like Dre said, I can't. It's hard to look past his injuries. It's really hard. And so when I see that kind of money if I'm giving you that kind of money, that means I am depending on you to be here on a consecutive basis. And I don't see that with Anthony Davis. So it's like, ooh, I know y'all are probably like, well, LeBron finna retire, so we got to give it to him. I
He
get
may or
that.
may not, though.
He better.
you don't know.
LeBron could have a Tom Brady type of career, man.
I'm gonna tell you like
see what
this.
happened to Tom Brady. You see how he went out.
LeBron
But
is
he
probably.
won a championship the year before he went out.
I love,
Exactly what you
I
said, he
love
went out.
LeBron James, but LeBron James is one major injury away from having to retire. Because that's all it's gonna take for him to be like, I'm done.
Yeah, I know.
He get a Kobe type injury, he's gonna walk away from the game. 'Cause
LeBron,
when Kobe got that Achilles injury,
that was it.
he knew he would never.
Plus, their team sucked.
LeBron,
Yeah, they did.
I'll
They
come
sucked.
work for you in the Vegas team you gonna buy.
I know,
LeBron's
right?
gonna be an owner.
He is.
He's gonna be an owner.
He gonna be a Jordan owner, but he'll be an owner.
He actually might be a little smarter than Jordan because if you look at Bron, hold up, since you brought it up, if you look at Bron actually surrounds himself with people that makes it happen.
You do.
Do you know who are the highest paid players in the NBA right now?
Who?
Players represented by Rich Paul.
You just think it's gonna be a Rich Paul squad?
I'm not saying a Rich Paul squad, but I'm saying LeBron will surround himself with people that will make him better. He doesn't surround himself with yes men. He surrounds himself with people that Michael surrounds himself with yes men.
All I know
Maybe
is this.
him and Charles Barkley can mend now that he doesn't own the team anymore.
All I know is
Who?
this: GM LeBron.
Did you
LeBron
see the
wasn't
comments
good.
lately from Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah, I
Oh, he
seen it.
going in.
He on Jordan Hills right now.
Oh, of course he is. Of course he is. You know, Isaiah needs to stay.
But
stay
it's some truth in it though.
It's definitely. Oh,
It's some truth in it.
it's true for everything he
I'm
said.
not gonna lie. It's some truth in it.
He is making himself stay relevant by criticizing Michael.
Okay,
He
here
doesn't have
you
to stay
go.
relevant. What do he need to be
Here you
relevant
go.
for? He's one of the greatest guards of all time.
But whenever you talk about Michael, you're more relevant. always.
Okay, here we go.
We're talking about something that happened
let's
30
just-
years ago.
Let's just move on.
30 years ago.
Let's just
No,
move on.
He needs to let it go and move on.
Hey,
It's
they asked
2023.
They asked him. These ain't no Scottie Pippen. By the way, Jordan's son and Scottie Pippen ex-wife about to get married. We'll talk about that.
Jordan wins again.
Jordan wins again. He should be I'm not coming. Jordan not coming to that wedding. If you think Jordan is coming to that wedding, you got another thing coming. Anyways, let's move on.
Hey, what's the Kanye song? We want prenups. We want prenups. You better get one.
I know this right.
Because
Okay,
daddy's fortune ain't paying for that one.
Congratulations to the 2023 Hall of
Hold up,
Fame.
Key. It looks like Keith was gonna say something.
No, I was just looking at the list of players that's under Rich Paul.
Go ahead. Name them all. No. Go ahead.
No. We
Name
ain't
them
got
all.
time for 50 people.
Even our hometown kid under him,
Exactly. You know how many people under
Jordan
Rich
Poole?
Paul?
Marjon.
Bochamp?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know
I
that
knew
one.
He just signed him.
Did he?
Yes.
Hey,
Everybody is under
wait,
Rich Paul.
Bochamp just signed? Before or after he scored, what was it? 8
It was after. It was after.
Bochamp scored.
No,
like
I
a
think it
lot
was
of
that.
points
I think it was
this
the summer. I think it was the
Yeah.
summer
Yeah,
before.
like 80 something.
Yeah,
Like 8. He had 8.
Go ahead. Who does he have? How many players does he have?
Just give me
33. Give us the top names.
LeBron James,
Paid.
Fred VanVleet,
Paid.
Anthony Davis,
Paid.
Zach Levine,
Paid.
Darius Garland,
Paid.
De'Aaron Fox,
Paid.
Jeremy Grant,
Paid.
Jeremy Grant.
Yeah.
He gets you paid. I don't care what.
Jordan Clarkson.
He gets you paid.
I don't know about that one. I
He
can't
got paid.
He on a $23 million a year contract.
He like
paid for what he
77
does.
something, yeah.
Draymond Green.
Yeah.
I can't say paid, but championships. He took a pay cut.
He paid.
He got paid
He
before.
got what? 4 years, 100 million.
Yep. But
Okay.
he got paid before.
He did. He did,
Lonzo Ball making 20 something.
and ain't played a
in
game
2 years.
in 2 years.
Keldon Johnson, 20. Gary Trent Jr., 18.5. DeJounte Murray, 18.
Okay, that's enough. I say that to say the Rich Paul organizations go help LeBron run whatever ownership team he
And
has.
he got Tyrese Maxey,
Yeah.
Let me
who
tell you
about to
something.
get paid.
Exactly.
Hey,
Let me tell you something.
Look,
about
him and
this,
Adele money gonna be crazy together.
though. All I know is this. All I know is this. All I know is this. Y'all want to look into some tampering? Look into that. That's what you need to look into.
And you know what's crazy? All them players you name love LeBron.
What they do?
fucking water. Draymond Green, his infatuation with LeBron is almost
It's worse than
unhealthy.
Kesey's.
It's almost unhealthy.
It's worse than Kesey's.
Draymond loves LeBron. Go ahead, man. Take us to
But the 2023 Hall of Fame inductees, Dirk Nowitzki,
Dirk Nowitzki.
and Dwayne Wade. So shout out to them. Shout out to that
Wait,
class.
Now, all should have been.
All should have been. I
Every
think
last
every
one.
one of these guys,
First ballot.
first ballot.
First ballot.
Next year, 2024, first year eligible for Hall of Fame. Vince Carter, Jamal Crawford, Kyle Korver, Joe Kim Noah, Tyson Chandler, and JJ Beretta.
JJ, who?
Look, the little guard from Dallas.
Oh.
The one, Andrew Bynum got
clothesline on the
clothesline.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you remember him from.
That's it.
Hey,
That's it.
I'm
bro.
glad you said that. In your opinion, does anyone on this list deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
Vince
Not
Carter.
first ballot besides Vince Carter.
Besides Vince Carter and Jamal Crawford, that's it. Everybody else is no.
You said who?
Jamal Crawford and Vince Carter.
First ballot.
First ballots.
Vince Carter's the only first ballot. Vince Carter's the only first ballot Hall of Famer on that list.
I like Jamal Crawford too as a first timer.
I'm with
And
you.
only-
I'm with Dre. I'm
and
with
the only
Vince
reason
Carter.
The only reason I say that, he set the tone for the league of players being able to be six men
And make an impact.
and make an impact on a team his whole career. There's not another player you can name that has done what Jamal Crawford has done for the NBA.
Bonzi Wells.
No,
Six man?
No.
not
Jamal Crawford is consistently top
Lou
three.
Williams.
He gets it from Jamal Crawford. He tell you that right now himself.
Flipper days. I'll tell you
So,
like this,
okay, let me
man.
ask you a question then, because I'm going to y'all
Because
both.
that's
y'all
important.
leading me into the main question here. When we talk about Hall of Famers, because everybody shouldn't go, but I think a lot of people that have gone to the Hall of Fame, I think in our opinions or my opinion, shouldn't have went.
Before you
What?
finish, hold up. I need to just put some context on this. Let's remember, people that are listening, Hall of Fame is not just looking at your NBA career. It's not. It's
What do you mean it's not?
it's
NBA?
the Basketball Hall of Fame. They're looking at what you do, like if you play in the Olympics.
No.
They're looking. Yes, they are looking at college.
I mean,
yes, they
okay,
are.
so
bro. Yes, they are.
number one, no, the NBA has not defined the criteria for Hall of Famers. So just put that out there. You retire 5 years later. Hey, this guy is eligible for Hall of Fame. So my question is, in your opinion, what are the requirements for an NBA Hall of Famer?
That's too loaded, bro.
No.
we spent 3 hours talking about
No,
this.
we won't.
Because it's not champion. You can't say rings because there's a lot of people that didn't win.
What is your opinion, though? I'm asking you your
All
opinion.
right, my opinion is you have to be considered a top all-time player in your position.
We mean a top all-time.
A top all-time player in the position that you play.
Like a top 10 or you top 15, top
Just
20?
just a top player. So if someone says, if you look at Vince Carter, they're going to say top dunker of all time. Most explosive player likely of all time.
But that's it.
But
He
he
has some
changed the game of dunking. He made dunking relevant again. Now, if you ask me, I've said this a lot. Other than dunking, Vince Carter, I don't see what the hype was. Other than dunking. I've said it multiple times on this show. Tracy McGrady, he was okay. He was okay. There's nothing memorable about his career other than those 13 points in like 11 seconds.
17 points in 11 seconds.
Thank you. 17 points in 11 seconds. See, I was wrong. I corrected it. 17 points in 11 seconds. There was nothing memorable about him.
You know
because
how
he was
hard
too hurt.
You know how hard it is to do that?
Casey, relax. I'm not saying that it wasn't, but what I'm saying is these days, the NBA, we give out money, we give out awards, we give out Hall of Fames like running water. So I don't even really think it matters anymore.
So what you
To
saying?
be-
So okay, so
To be frank, it
just to
doesn't
be
really
clear,
matter. Yeah.
your thing is you need to be relevant in your position and relevant for something towards the game of the NBA.
Longevity. Yes.
Okay.
So for me, JJ, what was he relevant for other than that clothesline?
He was part of a championship team.
But so,
Tyson Chandler too.
so right.
Okay, so okay.
And Joakim Noah
Joakim
Joakim
Noah.
Joakim Noah was only good and was only relevant.
for trash
because-
talk.
No, it's because of Derrick Rose.
He
Derrick
was a
Rose.
defensive anchor on that team.
Derrick Rose was a monster.
So
And
okay,
He was a
Joakim can never beat
monster
LeBron.
when he had him.
okay, Kesey, what is your criteria?
Because he didn't have to do nothing else but play defense.
I'm
That's all
saying,
he had to
what's
do.
your
Other than
criteria?
that, he didn't have to do anything. He averaged like 7 points.
What's your for Hall of Fame? What's your criteria?
What's my criteria?
Mm-hmm. Because go ahead, I'm gonna let you go. Out.
What you did for the game.
Same thing I said.
Mm-hmm.
Is what you did for the game still relevant? And what your stats look like?
Okay, so I kind of I'll take.
Because
You
Hall of
skipped over one key name. You skipped not key, but you skipped over Tyson Chandler.
I said Tyson Chandler.
Did you?
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer.
All I know is this.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Like
A first ballot? Nah, bro.
So my thing
Nah,
is this.
bruh.
Here's my thing. Because Tyson Chandler, to me, low key, he's in the same category as a Kenya Martin.
Agree. I would 100% agree with that.
Big man, very athletic, was a power force when he was in the game. To
Only
me,
people
to
who
me,
remember him for the lips on his neck.
to me, the thing about the Hall of Fame is it's sacred. I don't want to put championships in there, but I have to put championships in there. Championships, stats, your accolades, in an impact in the game. Then my problem with impact on the game is so broad, and that's why a lot of these guys get in. Because if you look at Jamal Crawford's stats, you wouldn't say this guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. But because his impact on the game, as far as being a consistent 6 man of the year, as far as being longevity in his career, you would be like, oh, that right there is something I can be like, look on to and be like, that guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. But if you look at the criteria of championships, accolades, and stats, you wouldn't say that's a Hall of Famer though. And Vince Carter is there, but he's barely there.
And he's not first. And if you ask me, he's not first ballot. Think about this. According
But if you go to the guy real quick, if you go to the guys who won, let's look at Tony Parker and let's look at Paul Gasol. Those two guys have championships, but other than that, multiple championships. They have multiple championships because of who they played with.
Here's why I'm gonna disagree.
Who they played with.
Here's why I disagree with that. Tony Parker was a low draft pick who came off the bench, and Pop decided to start him, and he changed that point guard position.
For who?
for the Spurs.
He was consistent.
Exactly.
But if you feeding the ball to Tim Duncan, all you got to do is
show up for work.
Exactly.
Show
Hey,
up for work.
Tim, I'm sitting, and on top of that, Tim coming up. He coming up like, hey, I got this right here.
Well,
ball.
You heard what Tony said in the speech. He said, just pass it to Tim.
Just pass it to Tim. So, like we talk about this impact on the game, like without them championships, take away his championships. What he got?
So
All-Star games, the popularity contest.
So let's put some context on it. All these players you're naming are not first ballot. Listen to these players who are not yet in the Hall: Sean Marion, Horace Grant, Chauncey Billups, Bill Laimbeer, Terry Porter, Sean Kemp. All the players I just named are no different than the players you just named.
I can see that. Now,
different.
Now, here's my thing.
And they're not in the Hall of Fame.
No, here's my thing. Bill Laimbeer might have a case.
Horace Grant doesn't. Horace Grant was critical to the original Big Three, and didn't he take a show on the road?
I feel like if you
Orlando.
I feel like if you can be replaced, I might have to put it in question.
Ooh, okay, Zeke.
If you can be replaced,
okay,
I have to put it in question because Horace Grant. All right, cool. So, like, what did we talk about this Hall of Fame? Because I think we had this conversation maybe a year ago, a year ago or something like that. Like, we need to stop letting these dudes just cruise on by the Hall of Fame. That should be sacred.
But your boy Jeff Teague was hating a little bit. He was hating.
Well, we're gonna get to that.
He hating hard too.
We're gonna get to that in a second. I don't think he hating.
He hating hard
in a second. So my thing is, I just wanted to know what the criteria for your opinion was.
Just know those are the only two that I'm picking: Jamal Crawford and
ballot?
Vince Carter.
First ballot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how. I don't understand how y'all don't pick Jamal Crawford.
Does Vince Carter deserve it more than Sean Kemp?
Yeah.
Does he deserve it more than Bill Laimbeer?
Yeah. To me, because I've never seen Bill Laimbeer play.
More than Horace Grant.
Technically,
about the bad boy Pistons, though.
I know, but I can't. But I can't technically go off of highlights. I haven't really seen him change the game.
All right.
I've seen Vince Carter change the game.
Okay. All right.
Witnessed it.
Go ahead. Keep going. You said you never go down the list. Oh, okay.
No, we good. Go ahead, man. What about you didn't? You did say that. Go ahead. Never mind.
Jeff Teague said on the podcast, Club 520 podcast, D Wade had Shaq and he had LeBron. He ain't really been by himself. When Miami was by themselves, they were trash. Harden is better than D Wade, bro. I'm sorry. My question was, you take away championships, just off stats and skills, who's better?
Dwayne Wade.
I'm going with D Wade every time.
Are y'all sure about that?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
We're talking 2-time MVP, James Harden. Now, I said on this podcast,
MVP of what?
The season. Don't act like
When did James Harden get a 2-time MVP?
They were somehow giving him two.
I remember once.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I remember once.
One MVP, and he should have won the second one.
He should not have beat Giannis for the MVP. No, he should not.
Look, we hate the way James Harden play. We hate it. We hate it. But the man was averaging 35.
And won what?
Nothing.
I said take away championships.
Nothing.
I said take away championships. We talk about statistics and skills.
But hold on. The one key thing that throws off Teague, whatever rant he on, he said he was by himself. Wade was never by himself.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden had KD, Ibaka,
Thank you.
Westbrook.
What? And let me tag me in. Kevin Durant again. Kyrie Irving
again.
Right? Joel Embiid. Right? James Harden is the only player besides Kevin Durant that has gone to a super team every time and got it wrong every time.
So he's a bad decision maker.
Yeah, Teague is just hating, man.
Teague is hating hard. Teague is trying to stay relevant.
Because I'm going to tell you like this. Dwayne Wade, first championship, 3 years in the league.
Who he had, though?
He had Shaq towards
he had Shaq on his way out.
But he had him.
And let's not act like Alonzo Mourning wasn't as impactful as Shaq in that series.
It was more Lonzo than Shaq, to be honest. But to be honest with you, Dwayne Wade was a different type of monster in 2006.
Yes.
And if you don't watch that, go back and watch it. Jeff T, you need to go back and watch, bro.
Right. Well, and
'Cause,
here's
bro,
why,
clearly you getting this all wrong.
and here's why his argument.
I'm
doesn't make
100%
sense.
sure of that.
Here's why his argument makes no sense. He says Dwayne Wade had Shaq. Usually, no, Kobe had Shaq because Shaq won those MVPs in LA. Who won the Finals MVP in Miami? Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade.
Hey, what?
When Shaq was with the Lakers
Mm-hmm.
in the finals, who won all three of those MVPs? Shaq.
Yeah, sure.
When Shaq went to Miami, who won that finals MVP? Dwayne Wade. So for you to say Dwayne Wade had Shaq, no, Shaq had Dwayne Wade.
And Shaq said it himself. He told Dwayne Wade, "Big dog, I'm just here to follow you. With this team only gonna go as far as you take us." And Dwayne Wade took them to the championship and put on the show.
Put on a freaking show. Teague is some of his stuff is funny, but
All
you
I
can
know
tell
is
a lot of
Teague,
bitterness in his
Teague is
voice.
more hating. The way Wade did something to him.
No, I look at all I know is this. All I know is this.
A lot. Hold tight. Teague's not even the worst of it. Was not on his docket, and we won't get into it. Paul Pierce is the worst of it. He hating harder on Dwayne Wade than he's hating on LeBron.
This is the last time we were here.
It's true.
My thing about
It's
this
true.
is
He ain't stopping either.
my thing
No,
about
he
this.
ain't stopping.
My thing
He
is this.
hates still.
My thing is this. You put Harden's best year and you put D Wade's best year. It's James Harden. It's James Harden.
What's the best year?
For James Harden,
Yeah.
James Harden best year was probably the year he won MVP.
Okay, he
But
won
he
MVP.
averaged like 36, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. I think it was 2018, 2019. D Wade best year was the year he averaged like 35 and 7. And when you talk about the impact on the game, and we talk about impact on the game. If you go to a playground, kids ain't trying to be like D Wade, they're trying to be like James Harden with the step back. He created the whole thing, and I hated it. But looking back, and be like,
are you kidding me?
D Wade was
Did-
just fast.
did
D
you-
Wade was just fast to get to the bucket.
D Wade had that stop on the dime,
Stop
pull
on the
it
dime,
back
pull
like
up.
this, that everybody
Not like James
on
Harden.
the planet was using.
Not like James Harden.
Yes, he was.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
Not,
they was.
not to the point where we
Not
had
if-
it. Not
yeah,
to the point where
if
he
you're
had
not a real ball player, you're not going to know
no.
that.
And then on
You're
top
not
of
a real
that,
ball player, you're not going to know
stop
that.
it,
I'm
Kesey.
telling
Stop
you.
it, Kesey.
Me, you
Stop
can
it.
argue me all.
Stop it, Kesey. You know, and I get it. I don't like James Harden game. I don't like it.
You argue me
But
all.
that
You can
man
argue me.
had
I don't.
an impact.
Okay,
unlike
1 year.
not many others.
1 year.
And we talk not even in one consistently like from 2000 and hold on, let me look at here. Let me get these stats straight. We don't have a stat guy, but you're talking about he was averaging 36, 34. Like he had the NBA on.
What
actually
year?
a
Where was
lot.
it? Where was he at though?
He was in Houston.
Who
His
was the-
years in Houston.
Who else was on that roster?
Who was it? It was Chris Brown. It was Chris Paul, and then it was Russell Westbrook. Neither one of those guys was making an impact like that.
But
Now,
he-
has
but-
James Harden made some bad
But
business
Houston,
decisions?
but Houston,
Yes.
Houston sucked. That's
Huh?
what you knew, fell and realized. Only reason he had those numbers because they sucked.
And where did they go though? They was beating. Only reason he doesn't have a championship because he was coming against the Golden State Warriors, a dynasty kind of squad.
Did you see the squads that Dwayne Wade had to beat to win that
Who?
title back then? Man, listen, go
He
back
won.
and look
He
it
won.
up.
You forgot that
The NBA
that
back
first
in
title
that
he
era-
won was against a historic Dirk Nowitzki.
When he's with Miami with LeBron.
When he was with LeBron.
When he was with LeBron, you talking about when he hit an historic Dirk Nowitzki?
No,
that was
they-
with LeBron.
No, they beat Dallas too when he had Shaq.
What I'm saying is this:
They
take
beat-
away the
that's what
years.
I'm saying. He
Take
beat-
away the
he
years.
beat- he
Take away the
beat-
years he
he-
had.
he beat
Shaq
prime
and
Dirk.
LeBron. Take away the years he had Shaq and LeBron.
He-
Take away those years. You don't have a championship.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Well, who?
He has it with Shaq. I don't know about LeBron.
I said
He has
take
it
away
with Shaq.
LeBron. Take away LeBron. Take away Shaq. Who does he have a championship with?
What do you mean?
Like he doesn't have a championship.
And
That was his point.
name anybody else who don't have a championship that didn't have somebody else with him.
James Harden. James Harden had nobody with him.
and he don't got no championships.
Don't
He
give me that
had
Kevin
KD
Durant stuff.
he
Don't
had-
give me that Kevin
so-
Durant
so the
stuff.
Brook- so
That's
the-
Brooklyn.
So what happened in Brooklyn?
What happened in Chicago?
What
What happened in Philly?
Hold on. What happened in Cleveland? What happened in Chicago?
What happened-
I can go back to Dwayne terrible years too.
What happened?
Wait, it was the end of his career when he was with Chicago.
And what is James Harden dealing with? He dealing with Kyrie, a nutcase, and dealing with
So what about Embiid?
What about Embiid?
Y'all said he one of the best big men in the league.
He's towards the end of this year.
No, yeah.
See,
He's
man,
towards
y'all,
his career.
y'all so hypocritical, man.
How hypocritical?
That's hypocritical.
How
Any-
hypocritical?
So to just give you an idea of who Miami had to beat that year, the Nets was on fire.
Hold on, with Shaq?
The
This is with
Pistons
Shaq.
was on
This
fire.
is with Shaq, right?
Cleveland was on
Is
fire.
this with Shaq?
It doesn't matter.
Is this with Shaq?
Yes, it doesn't matter.
Give me something without Shaq.
Philly was on
me-
fire.
So give me something without
Hold
Shaq.
up.
What is fire?
Meaning competitive. Denver was competitive with Carmelo. The Phoenix Suns were competitive, right? The Clippers were competitive. The Lakers were competitive. The Spurs won 63 games, and Dallas won 60 games. 60. That year, Steve Nash was the MVP, coming off a back-to-back. Chris Paul was Rookie of the Year. Kobe was the leading scorer, right?
Mhm.
Kevin Garnett had stats. Dirk had stats. So don't try to act like Dwayne Wade didn't have to earn his stripes to be the best.
I'm not saying he
James
didn't have to
Harden-
hurt his stripes. What I'm saying, when you talk about
Okay, let me
these
ask
two
you-
guys, when you
okay.
talk about these two guys, you're talking about, oh, he got championships.
Okay.
James Harden don't.
Okay.
But when you
I
take
didn't-
away,
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
when you take away those
Okay.
championship,
Let me ask you this
go
then.
ahead.
When the playoffs come and the bright lights come on,
Mhm,
not the season lights,
mhm,
I'm talking about the bright lights.
mhm.
Who show up? Harden or Wade?
LeBron James.
Man, get out of here, man. You crazy. You smoking good.
Now, this is my thing.
Because when the lights came on in that first championship,
Here's to your point.
Dwayne Wade
Here's to your point.
rose to the occasion.
Here's
And,
to
and
your-
can't nobody take that from him.
Here's to your point. He did win Finals MVP. He did.
All right, man.
He did. But so did Iggy.
Y'all sound like some haters.
But so did Iggy. So did Iggy. So like,
Iggy put on the show that finals too.
okay,
He rose to the occasion for that.
but he ain't up there.
Who?
So just because you have a good series, that don't mean you. Hey, I'm that guy.
James Harden
He was
had
good
it.
series.
James Harden had everybody, man. Got out of here, man.
Everybody.
He had everybody under the
Everybody.
sun.
Everybody.
And now everybody
And-
want to give him an excuse now because Teague is in his age group. Man,
Did he
Teague
also
better,
have Chris
Teague-
Paul at one point?
Teague better kick
Yeah,
rock.
Chris
He couldn't even get
Paul.
off. He couldn't even get off the bench in Milwaukee. And he talking.
Right. And he admit that he was just on the team celebrating. Like, we gave you a title. We gave you one. Stop hating.
Y'all, there's so much hate going on in the world, man.
Hey,
Oh, that is hate. That's
not hate.
why you- why it gotta
is
be-
what it is.
why it gotta be. Take away his championship because he had Shaq. Take away.
Those were his
All right, then.
championships.
Okay,
those,
then.
Those are the facts.
Okay, then take away Kobe championships without Shaq and take them away without Gasol. Who is better?
Take away Jordans without Pippen.
Who's better?
Okay, that's not what he said.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, it is.
What's the
Yeah,
difference?
he is.
Because without that other
Yeah,
player,
it is.
they don't get those championships.
We're talking about. We're talking about
you
who
you-
is better. No, when you talk
No,
about.
you just hold on.
I'll
Before you-
use
before you
your analogy.
Before
I'll
you
use
before
your
you go
analogy.
any further,
Go
think
ahead.
about it like this: how you just said it. You contradicting his own words because he said without Shaq he don't have a championship, right?
Yeah.
Without Pippen, Jordan don't get the rings, right? Jordan admitted himself, right? So does that make Isaiah Thomas better than him then?
Does that-
If he don't have them
I
rings,
can say the same thing for LeBron.
man, get out of here, man.
I can say the same thing for LeBron. 'Cause if you really want to go there, we can say the same thing for LeBron. Yes or no?
About what?
About not having the championships.
Oh, you absolutely can. You absolutely can.
So when you talk, but we're talking about this career compared to this career.
Dwayne
Now,
Wade had a
Paul
better
Pierce-
career.
Paul Pierce. I don't have nothing to say about that. Paul Pierce, you hating. Come
James
on.
Harden had a better
Relax.
career. I mean,
I'm saying what
Dwayne
I'm
Wade
saying
had a
is
better
this.
career than James Harden and Paul Pierce and any other person who they think they want to compete with.
And I
It's
said
only a
it-
few guards that I'm taking. That's only a few. And then let's not forget,
Mhm.
Dwayne Wade led the league in blocks for a couple years too, when he was locked down and putting up 30.
for guards.
And here's the thing. Here's the other part why he has a better career. Dwayne Wade is a better all-around player because he plays defense and James Harden does not.
All I know is this:
Hands
he
down.
was leading the league in steals, by the way, too.
Who?
James Harden. Just want to put that out there.
When?
Win.
When that year he won, should have won MVP.
That year, that's it. That's
that,
only year.
That year.
How
that
many
year,
years did Dwayne Wade lead the league in steals?
I don't even know.
Go back and look.
I don't know if he was one. I don't know if it was one. He ain't like he won Defensive Player of the Year.
Who's more of a defensive liability?
James Harden.
Okay.
Obviously.
Okay. Come on, man.
But I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, it's not. It's closer. It's closer than what y'all saying. It's not. No. It's not." And I said when we talked about this last time we recorded, when I talked about D Wade, he's not my number 2. He's not my number 3. He's top 5, maybe 6.
And Harden is in your top 5?
All time.
Harden in your top 5?
They're close.
Man, you smoking good though.
They're closer.
Man, get out of here.
They're closer. Now,
wow.
I'm glad we got that out of our systems.
Wow. Didn't know you cared so much.
I know, right?
At least you off of Luka.
Here we go. Now I'm from, but you can't be on step. You know, I'm not finna. Anyways, while in China and an Adidas event, James Harden, he had some words. He had some words for. He did this. And I want to be a part of an organization that makes more than this. He said it again. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that makes more than this.
Say it, because I'm sure that sounded a little distorted. Say it for the people at home to hear.
It wasn't distorted. He got it. The point is, make a long story short, James Harden signed a 1-year deal worth $35 million.
What did James Harden say, bro? I didn't even hear what he said.
You heard what he said.
I did not.
You know, it's fine. James Harden said he will now be a part of an organization that Daryl Morey is a part of.
Why?
He refuses to be a part.
Why?
I was going to get there.
Go ahead.
So, long story short, James Harden signed a 1-year deal worth $35 million under the conditions that the Sixers would find a trade partner, but the asking price is too steep and no team is willing to meet it. Harden said he is not reporting the camp. Organization believes he will. The NBA has launched an inquiry into the James Harden situation with the 76ers. What are your thoughts on this situation?
Another chapter in the saga of the baby known as James Harden. Give it a rest. It's always everybody else except him. It's always everybody else. He did this with Houston. You know what I'm saying? He did this with Houston. He did this with New Jersey. I'm sorry, Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. Does he have a point?
No.
Hey.
He took he signed a deal.
Uh-huh.
He gave money back.
My thing is this. Here's my thing.
I don't even know why this on the docket.
James Harden stresses me out.
James Harden is always the villain, and I get it.
The name of this episode should be "The World versus James Harden."
No, it shouldn't.
God.
My thing about this is this. He said he lied. This isn't the first person to say Daniel, what's his name? Morty, whatever. He's not the first person to say he lied to them, like lied to their face. And do the owners have an obligation to be truthful with their players?
It's 3 sides to every story. James Harden, Daryl's, and the truth. We don't know what Daryl said. We only going off of a man.
Hey, the NBA ain't looking just because. They ain't looking just for giggles. They looking for a reason. Chris Paul said the same thing. He was like, I talked to Daryl. He said he ain't gonna trade me. Next day I was on a trade. I got traded to OKC. So is it the owners or are the players?
Old boy said that about Jordan Poole. Mike Dudley being traded him 3 days later.
He didn't say it to his face.
He said it on live TV.
He told the media.
He said on live TV.
So if he told the media, you know damn sure he told Jordan Poole that. Don't be no fool.
Jordan probably texted him.
Don't.
Man, you gonna trade me?
No, man, we got you.
So my question is it like, is this one of them things for like, hey man, let's have an honest conversation. What's up?
At the end of the day, it's a business, and if somebody put the right deal on the table, they're going to take it. Right?
That's true. So
it's no different than you and your career, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you get somebody else that want to offer you more money to do the exact same thing,
of course.
Are you going to take it?
I'm
running.
So what you're saying is these owners have no obligation to keep it 100 with their client. Well, I mean, with the clients, with their players.
It's a business.
It's a
You
business.
get paid $40 million. Shut up and dribble. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, it was too easy. James Harden's a problem.
That's on tape.
That's cool. It don't bother me. I'm
know it
good.
Hey,
James Harden. James Harden is a problem.
James Harden's the problem.
James Harden is a problem.
So he shouldn't have said nothing.
James Harden, you took a deal.
So he shouldn't have said nothing.
James Harden took a deal.
Hold on, guys. Oh, really?
No.
I
Stop
was gonna
it.
ask you
No.
I would ask you something really quickly.
Because
You said James
no,
Harden.
no, because
if I offer you
you're
something,
you're like the you're like the
If I-
Republicans that like to twist words.
no. I'm not
to
going
try to make people look
I'm
bad.
not
So
going to twist your
no,
words.
no.
If
no,
I
no.
offer you something
Mm-mm.
under these conditions,
Mm-mm.
and I turn around and
Mm-mm.
say, "Nah, I don't want to do that," that's bad business.
You took the deal. You renegotiated your contract.
Of course, you would.
You lost in the finals. You didn't. I'm sorry, in the playoff. You didn't show up. Not Daryl.
Then why-
You didn't show up.
Resign him.
Listen here, man.
Then
Ja-
why resign him?
James Harden is arguably one of the most prolific scorers that the game has ever seen. He will go down in history as one of the top point or shooting guards, whatever he wants to play that day, shooting guards in the history of the game, right?
He top 15.
Top 15, top 10. I would say top 10. I think 15 is a stretch. I would
For
give him top
guards?
10. Oh, shooting guards. I'll give him top 10.
Top,
I'll give him top 10.
top 15.
Well,
I
we'll
can-
we'll debate that another day.
Oh yeah, we will.
Oh yeah,
But
we
what I'm
definitely
saying
will.
is James Harden, I hate this for him because he's starting to give Kyrie vibes. Where he's starting to kind of be a cancer to teams. Obviously, shut up and dribble is in jokes. Make sure you put that on the tape. It's in it's in jokes.
I have the other one.
But nevertheless, James Harden is creating drama and the season hasn't even started. Who wants to deal with that? That's why no one wants to touch him, because he's a problem. And nor can he win. If James Harden is not surrounded by better players like Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, right? He had Chris Paul, right? He had Eric Gordon. He had a lot of good players. He had Russell Westbrook in his prime.
No, he didn't.
He had Ibaka in his prime.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
he
we
did.
Talking about this.
Yes, he did.
Young.
He had all
Oklahoma-
these players and couldn't get it done.
Why you think he got paid?
Let's spend less time talking about who lied and why James Harden can't get it done. Let's spend more time talking about that.
Okay, look. Okay, so here's my problem with that argument, because a lot of guys can't get it done. A lot of guys can't get it done.
Name top guys who can't get it done in his era that doesn't have titles, besides Carmelo, who's not really in his era.
Who? What do you mean that doesn't have a championship?
Give me guys in James Harden era who didn't get it done.
Chris Paul,
Chris Paul's about to get it done.
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook was true.
Um,
But they were never the leaders either, were they?
who?
Was Chris Paul the leader of the team?
Yeah,
He was the leader of what team?
he's the leader of the
Clippers.
Clippers.
Wasn't
was
that
the
Blake
leader.
Griffin's team?
No,
Okay.
he was the leader. He was the mature leader in Houston.
The mature leader, but that was James Harden's team.
That was James Harden's team. I mean, my thing about like not when you put, and I think that somebody like you, Dre, you do bad business all the time, but it's
I do what?
bad business all the time.
Prove
Let's
it.
be on the point.
Prove it.
I'm a victim.
Prove
So
it.
the point.
What
of
what bad business did I do
I'm
with
a
you?
victim.
No.
So the point of the
What
matter
bad
is-
business did I do with Joe? What? Did you want to call me?
Whoa.
Send me to your house. Got me
So this has been
with
another
no
good
water.
episode.
With no water.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Dre,
Zeke.
come help me move. It's
Hey,
like
Zeke.
four of us.
Hey,
And who
Zeke.
shows up?
hey, Zeke, you
Me.
want these seats?
Me.
Yeah, I want them.
Me.
Cool, I'll take them.
How much you pay for
Where
them?
you sitting at?
How much did you pay for them?
Where you sitting at?
Did you
Oh,
get-
you
Did
sitting
you
in
get
there?
Jockey Club access?
You
Did
sitting
you
down
get
there?
Jockey Club
Yeah,
access?
you sitting?
Did you get Jockey Club access?
Hey, Daddy, this
Did
where you
you
be
get
sitting at?
Jockey?
Hey, Daddy's where you be sitting at? This ain't where I be sitting
Did
at.
you get Jockey Club
Why he
access?
give you these tickets?
Did you get
Don't worry
Jockey
about
Club
it.
access?
So,
Once again, America,
anyway,
don't try to showboat
so,
on other people's stuff. Don't try to pimp on
So-
other people's stuff.
anyways, the
This-
point of
This
so
been
anyway,
another good episode.
Bad business. How dare you?
I'm
I'm
just
offended.
saying, like, I just feel like
No,
he's the villain here,
Ooh.
and we're not holding
Oh, I know the feeling being the feeling with you.
Mr. The GM accountable. Like, he's not just innocent in this. He has a record of doing this to other players.
Like who?
So what are you going to do about it?
This ain't his first
So,
time.
so what are you going to do about it? What is the NBA going to do about it?
The
Because
only power the player has is to hold on, to
'Cause
hold out.
And my thing
But if
is,
he holds out, he doesn't get paid.
but even
That's true. And
but-
the
but
way
it-
he just
but
took
he
the
not
trip
he,
to China,
but he not taking
he ain't missing no money.
he ain't taking away no money. He just sent you somewhere else.
So
That's
what
what
is
James
he
wants.
saying Daryl didn't do? What is he saying?
He's saying that Daryl Morey isn't holding up his end of the bargain. You were supposed to
Good.
trade me. I signed this deal under conditions that you would trade me.
But don't
Well, now
nobody
you give me
want.
like
But
that.
don't
So
nobody
hold
want
on
the deal.
So hold on, he's like, hey, because he's asking for too much.
You
And my
know,
thing- so
because he wants to be like Dame and he only wants to go to the Clippers.
if you give him first of all, you give him a good deal, don't like Morty won't ship you off.
Who could you?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Realistically trade him for
Here's
to
the
the
question.
Clippers.
So here's the
No,
question.
who
What
could you trade
James?
him for, Zeke, to the Clippers? Who could you trade him for?
Paul George. You get.
They want all three of them though.
Huh?
They want all three of them.
They do want all three of them.
It's not
So
possible.
So they trying to give them Westbrook.
I know, right?
Would you?
So who-
So if you Moody or Murray, whatever his name is, are you giving up James Harden for Westbrook or whoever? Markieff Morris, I think, was in the deal they trying to give up.
Really?
They trying to give up. They trying to give up anybody. to get-
No. So here's the thing. They won't even give up draft picks. So my thing is, what is James Harden's market like?
And that's what he has to question himself about and figure that out in his own head, because before he start blaming other people, because the problem is he thinking he worth more than what he really worth, and he ain't worth it.
Because he was like, hey, just trade me. So my thing is, what is he worth? As we're GMs, they be like, hey, we want to trade James Harden. Are you
Okay,
saying
so-
all-star? I'm saying all-star, superstar draft picks? Are you just saying draft
So,
picks? What is your value?
We wasn't in that meeting. So if I'm the organization, I'm telling you, James Harden, I will trade you, but I need this, this, and this back in order for me to benefit off of this deal. I'm not gonna just give you away like here.
So what is
I just
what is
bought a
your
brand new. I just bought a brand new iPhone, but you're going to give me a Samsung Galaxy 7 back. Does that make sense?
It
I
doesn't.
did too, man. I got my mom a Galaxy. She hated it. She wants to go back.
You know what I'm
to
saying?
iPhone.
I'm not going to give you.
So what is
I'm
his
not
worth?
going to. I'm not going to buy the. James Harden is the iPhone. Let's say 13 plus right now, right? They trying to give back the iPhone 8 Pro for James Harden.
What
Is
his
it
value?
worth it?
What is his value?
I'm just saying, is it worth it?
It depends.
Technically, he's an iPhone 10.
Who Harden?
Yeah. But he's
Right
claiming
now.
to be a 12 plus.
He's a 12. No, he's a 12. He wants to be a 14. He's a 12. He works good, but sometimes you're gonna have some issues.
Yeah.
That's what that is. It's a 12 Pro Max. So my question,
But they offering the 8 plus.
yeah, they're like, hey, we'll give you an 8 plus, and then we'll give you
And-
some
and then we'll
headphones.
give-
we'll
and-
get some beats. What kind of beats?
We'll give you a 5% discount on your bill every month.
There you go.
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
No. Come on, man.
So what is his value? What is his value? I'm
I mean,
saying
he only makes $35 million a year.
he's
So-
1 year.
Wherever he goes, they're gonna have to commit a long-term deal, and I don't see no one wanting to give James Harden $300 million.
Well,
don't.
that's he's done. Those Supermax days are done.
Unless he goes to Houston.
If
Unless
I'm
he
them,
goes to Houston.
hey, they be trying. I be trying to figure out there to get Dame.
Who? Philly?
Yeah.
Well, the Dame, they messed up the Dame market because the rumors out there. he
Dame
only
messed
wants
up the
to go to
Dame
Miami.
market. Dame messed the Dame market up.
Yep.
Let's get up out of here.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're done. I'm not finna get it's been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. It's your boy Big Zeke in the building.
Your boy Dre. It was a good one. Funny, y'all.
Your boy Keys. Peace, good peoples.
You can always catch us on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, Google,
All of them.
Spreaker, all of them. You can also catch us on all social media platforms. We learned how to put videos out. So you can also catch us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter.
YouTube. We're getting this TikTok thing together too eventually, but you know, it'll happen. Yeah. Peace.
94 Feet Nation, baby.
Oh yeah.
94.
My fault, man. It's summertime.